As we always ask you for a great race, may it be a safe race. We pray this in Christ's name. Amen. Shalom.
And our special guest to sing our national anthem, she's not only a singer, she is a teacher. Her name is Nancy Korecki, and she's going to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
Wade Henderson in 2, scheduled to start. Scratch on the field. He has transmission problems. Is trying to get it fixed and come out in the back of a later heat if he can get it fixed. It's up to Jack Johnson here in heat number 1, up at turn number 4. Here they come, racing. And the modifieds underway as they race through 1 and 2. Jack Johnson moving out into the lead as he grabs 4 car lengths off at turn number 2 from Ryan Godown. Godown into second as he sneaks under Pat Wall. Wall hanging tough. Then it's Keith Hoffman in 4th. 4 to qualify as they come down the front. Hearn and Strunk both 5th and 6th out of a transfer spot right now, but Pat Wall gets a little out of shape, skates up the track, and Keith Hoffman under him, and Brett Hearn took a look coming off at turn number 2. Jumpin' Jack pulling away at the front as he leads lap number 2 down the front. Ryan Godown back in second, then Keith Hoffman. Pat Wall still trying to hang on to that spot, but Brett Hearn under him now. Hearn gets a great bite down the bottom. He races by for 4th spot, and Hearn's in a transfer spot. Jeff Strunk in the 126 now is falling behind Bobby Drayton. Needs to rally back. Strunk a winner here back in June in our big 358 modified show. It's all Jack Johnson at the moment in the 12A. He's got the hot setup. Jack, a master at setting cars up for different types of tracks, and he is way out in front right now in the 12A. It'll be halfway next time by. 4 down, 6 to go. Ryan Godown currently comfortably in the second spot, followed by Keith Hoffman and Brett Hearn. Hearn on the bubble. Bobby Drayton now up to 5th and looking to apply the pressure. Cross flags halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. Halfway sign from Warren Alston. Jack Johnson quickly becoming a distant memory for the rest of the field as he leads lap 6 down the front. Ryan Godown back in second, still holding off Keith Hoffman. Brett Hearn on the bubble, and Drayton digging, trying to catch him. Drayton down on the bottom, looks under Hearn now as they race through 1 and 2, but Hearn still has him by 3 car lengths for the final transfer spot. Off at turn number 4, Hearn gets up high. Drayton closes the gap right up to his bumper now as they enter turn number 1. Jeff Strunk still back in the 6th spot. Jack Johnson taking it easy through 1 and 2, and he can. He can afford to. He's earned it as he's gotten a big lead here in the first 8 laps. Ryan Godown still opening up a little bit more on the field. Keith Hoffman and Brett Hearn in 3rd and 4th. Top 4 will transfer to the 50-lap feature event tonight. White flag out of the field. One more time by. White flag. Off at turn number 4. Let's hear it for Jack Johnson as he races by the start-finish line. In the K&A Excavating #1 out of Frenchtown, New Jersey. That is big-time feature winner Super Matt Shepard out of Waterloo, New York's in the 44. And Rich Rusky from Brick, New Jersey's in the number 81. Here's the green flag. Green on the field. They race through 1 and 2. It is Jimmy Horton grabbing the lead as they come in at turn number 2 with Van Horn and Pauch wheel the wheel going into 3, and it's Pauch slipping underneath him going into turn number 3, and he's got the second spot down the front. Decker to 4th takes a look under Van Horn down the front straight. Ron John Kozon next in line, then Matt Shepard already up to 6th and working on Kozon. Only 4 to qualify. Only 4 of these hot shoes will move into the feature. The rest will head to the B main. Through 3 and 4, Horton leading Pauch. Pauch right on him now down the front. Horton in the lead. Horton not only our defending champion, but a 2-time champion here. Billy Pauch, a 3-time champion here as he works on Horton down the front. Through 1 and 2, Horton by a car length over Billy Pauch as they start to pull away. David Van Horn still in 3rd, then Billy Decker. Ron John Kozon still holding off Matt Shepard. Shepard working on him for 5th as they enter 3. Down the back into 3. Pauch right on Horton. Off a turn number 4 and down the front. The 2 of them have checked out from the field about a half a straightaway now as Pauch gets the momentum and takes another look. Horton, no holding sway. Nice line for Jimmy as he continues to hold off the advances of Pauch. The 2 of these have battled many times around the New Jersey Speedways, and once again they renew that battle as Pauch takes a look again to the inside off of turn 2. Horton leads him into 3. Pauch closes that gap again, sticks his nose underneath, but Horton will have none of it as he holds him off down the front. 3 to go. Kozon applying the pressure to Billy Decker now for the final transfer spot. Shepard still back in the 6th spot, then Jeff Hensler. Only 4 to qualify. Pauch right on him through 3 and 4, but Horton holding him off smoothly. 2 to go now. 2 laps to go. Pauch gets that left front wheel right against the inside guardrail without touching it, but actually lost a couple of car lengths. Nice job by Horton. He got a nice bite coming off of turn number 2. Pauch again closes up between 3 and 4 as he's done on prior laps. White flag is out. One more time by him. Pauch decides to try the outside. Pauch standing on up on the cushion, closing up. Now puts 2 wheels next to the right rear quarter panel of Horton. Into turn number 3. It's Pauch on the outside. Side by side. Billy Pauch trying his patented move here, and it's going to work. He's going to win it down the front. Well, Pauch waited for the last 2 turns and made it pay off as he went in on the high side, got the bite he was looking for in the 017. 10 laps, once again, 4 to qualify. All right, green out on the field. They race through 1 and 2. Frank Cozy grabbing the lead from Billy Pauch Jr. Stevie Botcher moving into 3rd quickly. Botcher, I think, only his 2nd appearance ever here at the New Jersey Speedway, 2nd or 3rd. Botcher, the supreme number 27, out in 3rd spot now as he looks for Billy Pauch Jr. Botcher always fast when he's been here. And showing that now as he's in 3rd, chasing after Pauch Jr. Brian Godown on the bubble with Sammy Martz applying the pressure. Off of turn 4 and down the front. Martz dives on the bottom of Godown. Yellow, first yellow of the evening. That's Chris Bennett in the 017. All right, green replacing yellow. It's Frank Cozy back out in the lead in number 44. And Botcher got up high. And the NES regular is going to make him pay for that. Brian Godown and Sammy Martz both getting under him, going down the backstretch. And Botcher pulls the left front wheel off the ground as he goes back after him. Tom Carberry leaning right on Botcher. Botcher, though, holding tough. 3 wide as Cressley gets in the act now. They're all battling for 5th. And Botcher out of shape over there. Off of turn 4, it's Frank Cozy leading Billy Pauch Jr. down the front. Brian Godown 3rd, Sam Martz in 4th. Brian Cressley by Carberry. Carberry a feature winner here this year in that 23, and Cressley now in the 5th spot. All right, cross flags halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. Track definitely getting faster with each passing lap, and Frank Cozy making the field pay as he is 7 car lengths in front now of Billy Pauch Jr. He leads lap 6 down the front. Sam March still on the bubble in the 4th spot. Cressley trying to close in as Cressley really starting to get the hang of the Speedway here. He was here for the small block show back in June as well. Three more laps to go for Frank Cozy. Cressley slowly closing in on March, but March still comfortably on the final transfer spot as he chases after Brian Godown. Frank Cozy high, wide, and handsome off at turn number 4 and down the front. For Brian Godown. Frank Cozy high, wide, and handsome off at turn number 4 and down the front. 2 laps to go now for Cozy and the rest of the field. Down the back into turn number 3. It is Cozy by 8 car lengths. Billy Pauch Jr. in 2nd. So Frank Cozy is your winner in the number 44. Cozy. All right, green out on the field. And it's Brian Cool off the inside, getting by a couple of cars and grabbing the early lead here. Jimmy Holderling elected to start the rear, so Brian Cool slid up on that inside row and jumps out from the pole. He is opening up on the field down the front. Bardsley Jr. next in line, followed by Dave Martin. Robert Lydell, Kenny Carberry, and Dan Biggs, the top 6. Biggs has been fast this year. In that number 22, Kevin Nagy, and the 7th in the Cinnabaldi Racing 9G. Off at turn 4, down the front, Dave Martin on the outside of Bardsley, and he grabs 2nd going into turn number 1. Brian Cool looking fast tonight as he really is pulling away from the field in the 37. Ken Carberry moving up through the field, working on Bardsley for 3rd now as they go into turn number 1. Robert Lydell 5th with Dan Biggs all over him in the 6th spot. Through 3 and 4 down the front. Halfway, 4 down and 4 to go for Brian Cool, who's almost a straightaway in front. Top 6 remain the same, but John Snook on his horse and reeling him in. He's up on Biggs now, challenging for the 6th spot. Snook has found something up top. His race from last spot. He is 7th now as they go down the back. Brian Cool, a straightaway out in front. Dave Martin 2nd. Kenny Carberry is 3rd. And it's Bardsley, Robert Lydell, and Dan Biggs. 2 to go on the field. 2 laps to go now. White flag out of the field. Brian Cool out in front and pulling away. It's all Brian Cool here in heat number 1. Checkered flag for Cool. So Brian Cool, your winner in the 37. 2nd was the 18D of Dave Martin. 3rd, Ken Carberry in the 664. green out on the field. Ian Borden in the PDS number 7, jumping out on front as Dale Gardner goes after him in second. Down the back, Gardner second. Steve Wilson right there. Art Lydell on the move down the bottom as he gets by Tom Wyckoff. Off of turn number 4 and down the front. Wyckoff 5th, Rich Janney up to 6th in the 07. It's Ian Borden by 5 car lengths over Dale Gardner. Off of turn 4 and down the front. Steve Wilson in 3rd, then Art Lydell and Rich Janney. Janney already up to 5th as he gets by Wyckoff. Art Lydell working on Wilson going into turn number 3. 3 laps complete this time by. Ian Borden, who's been fast on numerous occasions here, looking real fast on his sponsors night here, as typically they step it up on their sponsors night. Ian has here the number 7 as he leads the field down the front, the halfway side. Dale Gardner second, Art Lydell has got by Wilson for 3rd, and Rich Janney also by Wilson. Janney into 4th. Off the corner, down the front. Steve Wilson back in 5th, and Tom Wyckoff and Mark Bittner. Ian Borden by over half a straightaway. 2 laps to go for Borden. Dale Gardner trying to hold Art Lydell back. Lydell down on the bottom, slides right up to Gardner. Wheel to wheel, side by side, dead even as they go down through the tri-oval into 3. Lydell on the bottom, Gardner on the top. Lydell sliding up in front of him out to the cushion, and Art Lydell has 2nd spot. Rich Janney following him through the field. White flag, and that Janney going to pull the same move on Gardner. Right up to Gardner. They're even down the back now. And Janney beats him going into turn number 3. Janney whips it in there as he's followed Lydell right through the field. Checkered flag is out. So Ian Borden in the PDS number 7 is your winner. Second was the 2 of Art Lydell. Rich Janney finished 3rd in the 07.
Rick Lobach, and then it's just Steerunk in the 126. All right, here we go. They're looking for green this time from Warren Olston. Shake and bake. Green is out down the front. Here they come. Drayton, Lobach, Strunk, Phelps, Pat Wall. Strunk now on the move as he tries to get underneath him. Lobach will stay in 3rd right now. Phelps on the bubble. Phelps now right on his back bumper. Gets him a little tap to let him know that he's there. And here comes Pat Wall. Bobby Drayton out front now, looking at 96 on the inside of Pat Wall. They make a little contact. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, it's hitting the fan, and he's your man. Bobby Drayton's your leader. Then it's Lobach, Steerunk, and Phelps. Put it on the trailer. All right, here we go. Green is out as they come down the front. Drayton. Phelps now working over Strunk now, and here comes the 96 along with the flying farmer Wade Henderson. Bobby Drayton, a regular here each and every Saturday night, but here comes Scooby-Doo in 2nd. Strunk, Phelps, Henderson working over the 96 to Holston. Art, Lentani, Gene Stravinsky, and Wagner having at it back there. Meanwhile, it's all Bobby Drayton. Got to get by Phelps. To get in a qualified spot, everybody needs to get to him. Meanwhile, Bobby Drayton, Lobach, Strunk, and Phelps. 5 down, 5 to go. Now the track is starting to get fast here. Drayton on the throttle as he comes off of turn number 4, opening up some daylight on him. Lobach got a little distance, Strunk and some distance between him and the 98. 96 closing the gap. That'll be the battle there for the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, it's Bobby Drayton. Wheeling and dealing as he goes through 1 and 2. Strunk a solid third. Phelps now off the throttle, and the 96 closes a little bit of the gap. 2 to go. 2 to go this time. 2 to go on Bobby Drayton. We got a yellow. They call him Scooby, and he's in the 14, and that's Law back, and we're ready to go green. Here we go. And the front they come. Law back on Drayton, then it's Strunk and Phelps. They remain the same. Here they go down the backstretch. White flag will be coming out this time for Bobby Drayton. Them 4 cars in a qualified spot. Whoa! Wagner. Drayton gets the white flag. They go through 1 and 2. Laubach, Strunk, and Phelps. There are your 4 cars in the transfer over. Here comes Bobby Drayton off of turn number 4. He's going to win it in the 09. Laubach will be second. Strunk and Jimmy Phelps. To qualify, Texas Terry waving the green. Here we go. All right. Keep your eyes on your guys and your hand on your fries. Here we go. Green is out as they go off at turn number 2. Cressley, second. Then it's Shepard, Botcher, Hetzler. Gotta be in the top 4. Gotta get by that 27 car. Here comes Rajan Kozan. Cressley, then it's Shepard. Then Botcher now trying to hold off Carberry. Carberry may have to go upstairs in the attic to get him. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, it's Rajan Kozan. A little bit of smoke out of Shepard's car. Out of the left side. Keep your eye on that 44. Looks like he's trailing some smoke. Botcher trying to hold off Carberry. That's the battle right there. Smoke off the right bank, off the back of the 44, and that could be trouble. Meanwhile, Kozan, Rutsky up in a high groove. He's going to pull off. Now Botcher opens up a little bit of daylight over Carberry. Doesn't seem to be hurting the speed on the 44 car. Botcher doing all he can to hold off Carberry. Carberry's got to go up top if he's going to get him. 5 down, 5 to go. Carberry trying to work over the 27 of Botcher. Carberry now sets his sights up top. That ain't going to work this time. Kozan all by his lonesome. Shepard still trailing smoke. Carberry on the high side. He's looking to go high, wide, and handsome this time. He's looking to see what he can do. There he goes up top. Yep. That's the battle. Shepard trying to get by the 19. Meanwhile, the new Egypt nice guy, Rajan Kozan, down the back, looking for 2 to go this time. Whoa, Shepard gets by the 19 there. Yellow is out. And they'll go green this time. Kozan, Cressley, then Shepard, then the 27 of Botcher, and we're looking for green. Here they come. Kozan now. Shepard going to work the bottom like he always does. Botcher now in a qualified spot. All 4 of them cars. Carberry working the top, trying to get him. Carberry looking for that bite, but just can't get it. Kozan checking out some again here in the RJS number 7. And here comes Shepard on the inside. Shepard going to try and work that bottom groove. It's the last time for Kozan in 3 on 4. Here he comes. Ron John Cozon's going to win this one. Cressley will get second, and then it'll be Shepard and Botcher. So,
All right, here to come up at turn number 4. Green is out. All right, 2 by 2 in turn number 1. It's Johnson on the bottom, Scalata on the outside, right alongside as they go 2 by 2 down the back. Johnson wins the drag race into turn number 3, slides up in front of Scalata, gets a little out of shape. Pauch takes a look to the inside, but it's Jack Johnson leading him down the front. Johnson, Scalata on the outside, looked to change grooves, but Pauch was there. Scalata and Pauch run side by side for second. Frank Cozy, front row seat for the battle up front as he runs fourth. Pauch sliding right up to Jack Johnson without touching him, and Johnson holds him off. Pauch was right on him like there was an air cushion between the two cars, and it is Johnson leading Pauch out of turn number 2. Scalata and Cozy in tow into turn number 3. 2 to go this time. Pauch to the outside. Johnson right down on the bottom. Down the front they come. Johnson leads him into turn number 1. Pauch swings to the outside. Pulls up even with jumping jack and takes the lead through turn number 2. A sweeping move through turn 2 for Billy Pauch, and he has the lead. Rich Scalata third. Cozy back in fourth. Johnson trying to stay with him. White flag is out on the field. Pauch, Jack Johnson, and Scalata. Frank Cozy back in fourth. It's Billy Pauch opening up on the field. Through 3 and 4, checkered flag for Billy Pauch.
eyes on your guys and your hands on your fries as we go 50 laps here. Ready for your wave lap. I want to see you waving something off of turn number 4 when they come around for the wave lap. Stand up, stomp your feet, grab somebody's kid, wave them, do something, wave at them. Come on now. They'll be waving at you, you wave at them. All right. This is your wave lap right here. Wave at them off at turn number 4.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All the way in front of Pistol Pete at Diamond Suite, all the way down to turn number 1. Here we go. 50 laps of modified racing, the best of the best. You won't find a better field anywhere. Here we go. The stands are packed, and so is the deck here at New Egypt as we get ready to go 50 laps. Can Billy lead them all? We'll see what happens. Here we go.
Y'all ready for this? All right, Billy Pauch, jumping Jack Johnson, bringing the 24 modifieds down the front, racing. And the field thunders through turns 1 and 2. Billy Pauch getting the lead quickly through 1 and 2. He leads them down the back for the first time. Jack Johnson second. Frank Cozy moving into third. Through 3 and 4 and down the front for the first time. Scalata fourth. Ryan go down is fifth.
All right, here we go.
All right, Pauch kicks the wheel and the field rockets off at turn number 4. We're back to green. Pauch and Jack Johnson 1 and 2 again. Cozy right there. Scalata hanging tough on the outside. Then it's Billy Pauch Jr. by Ryan go down and into 5th. Keith Hoffman is back in 7th. Horton in 9th as they come up at turn 4 and down the front. Cozy to the inside. He's got 2nd down the front. Frank Cozy into 2nd ahead of Jack Johnson. Scalata still holding off Pauch Jr. and Ryan go down. Keith Hoffman and Jimmy Horton now battling for the 7th spot off at turn number 4 down the front. 3 laps in the books. Pauch by 4 car lengths with Frank Cozy following him down the back. Cozy matching his moves so far, stride for stride. Jack Johnson in the 3rd spot. Then Scalata and Pauch Jr. Keith Hoffman looking to make a move as he looks underneath Ryan go down for 6th. Horton back in 8th. Whoa, and Scalata braking on the backstretch. He pulls into the infield. Rich Scalata, tough break for him. He was running a good race there in 4th. Pauch and Cozy still 1 and 2 by 3 car lengths separating them as Cozy continues the matches every move. They're pulling away from Jack Johnson in 3rd. Billy Pauch Jr. is 4th, then Ryan Godown. Jimmy Horton is taken 6th from Keith Hoffman. Hoffman 7th, David Van Horn is 8th. Jimmy Horton, the 4th, is 9th, and Dominic Buffalino is up to 10th. Cozy now only 2 car lengths off the pace as he continues to close in on Billy Pauch. Cozy's got a pretty fast pace going now as he approaches Pauch down the front. Yellow out, Bobby Drayton braking on the backstretch, and he will not make it past the entrance gate. Drayton back underway now as he slowly rolls down the back. All right, Green back out. 7 laps complete as they race through 1 and 2. It is Billy Pauch once again grabbing the lead with Frank Cozy giving chase. Billy Pauch Jr. into 3rd now as he gets by Jack Johnson. Down the front they come. Jack Johnson the 4th. Jimmy Horton is now 5th. David Van Horn in the 6th. Through 3 and 4, and down the front it's Pauch with Cozy right behind Jack Johnson back under the kid. Billy Pauch Jr. and Jack Johnson side by side. Pauch once again gets by him. Cozy getting it wound up, trying to close up the 3 car lengths on Billy Pauch as they come down the front edge. 2 car lengths now. Cozy and Pauch run together once again. Pauch Jr. holding off Jack Johnson for 3rd. Horton on the outside right there in 5th. Ryan Godown back past David Van Horn. Keith Hoffman is 8th. Dominic Buffalino and Sammy Martz the top 10. 11 laps complete. Cozy shadowing every move that Billy Pauch makes. He seems to have just as much as Pauch as he follows them around the speedway. The 2 of them pulling away together from the rest of the field. Through 1 and 2 and down the back. Cozy got a little high. Pauch opens up a car length on him. Now Cozy closes back in through turn number 3. David Van Horn and Ryan Godown really putting on a battle for the 6th spot as David Van Horn gets the spot back from him. Into 3, Cozy 2 car lengths behind. The yellow is out. Got a car stop at turn 4. It's Rick Laubach. Laubach back up. All right, Pauch off the inside, slides back up in the lead with Cozy and Pauch Jr. giving chase once again. Into turn number 3 now. Off the corner, down the front, Pauch by a car length. Cozy and Pauch Jr. staying right here. Pauch Jr. see if he can stay with the top 2 this time. As he's running the wheels up, they're going to try to stay with him. Pauch and Cozy really setting a hard, fast pace, and we've got a yellow. We got a tangle in turn 2. All right, 2 by 2 behind Pauch as he brings them into turn number 4 on the restart. Here they come now. Green is out. Racing through 1 and 2 in tight quarters, it's Billy Pauch once again grabbing the lead over Frank Cozy. A lot of battling going on back in the middle of the field as Pauch leads Cozy into turn number 1. Cozy took a look underneath. We got a pile up in turn 4. Well, maybe not a pile. We have... All right, field rolling back up at turn number 4. Green back out. Pauch and Cozy 1 and 2 as they have been for much of the race. Here comes Keith Hoffman like he was shot out of a cannon. He comes flying around Jimmy Horton for the 5th spot. Through 3 and 4 and down the front. Ryan Godown back out as well. Once again, it's Pauch and Cozy starting to open up on Pauch Jr. Here comes Keith Hoffman around Jack Johnson and into 4th now. The hitman, Keith Hoffman, into 4th and looking for 3rd as they come down the front. Jack Johnson back in 5th, Jimmy Horton, Martz, Brian Godown, Billy Decker, and Jimmy Phelps. Tim Tanner slowing on the backstretch. Tanner pulling out of the event to number 18. Keith Hoffman working on Pauch Jr. for 3rd. They move down the back. Whoa! Pauch got up over the cushion, got way out of shape, and Cozy closes right in on him. Cozy around his bumper as they go into turn number 1. Through 3 and 4. Cozy right on Pauch's bumper now, off the 4 and 4 down the front. Cozy sweeps in, dives to the bottom, 2 wheels underneath Pauch. Pauch able to hold them off. Into turn number 3. Cozy again to the outside. Sweeping right behind Pauch as they come down the front. Pauch by a car length. Cozy closing in. It's Keith Hoffman side by side with Pauch Jr. now trying to get the 3rd spot. Jack Johnson still holding off Horton for 5th. Billy Decker is 7th. Brian Godown 8th. Jimmy Phelps is 9th. And Ron John Cozon is up to 10th. Pauch by a car length and a half as they race through 1 and 2. Pauch Jr. back in 3rd. Keith Hoffman right on his bumper into turn number 3. $23 down, 27 to go. Through 1 and 2. Cozy matching Pauch's every stride. Here comes Keith Hoffman again on Pauch Jr. Good battle for 3rd as Keith took a look underneath coming up at turn number 2. Through 3 and 4 now. That battle heating up for 3rd as Keith slides right up to his right rear quarter panel. Pauch continuing to show the way, but only by a car length. Frank Cozy just lying in wait at the moment. Question, does Cozy have anything for him? Still half a race to go as the halfway sign is out. 25 down and 25 to go. Pauch is now going to the bottom groove and Cozy working the top, closing in on his back bumper. Pauch Jr. still holding off Keith Hoffman. Jack Johnson continues to hold off Horton for 5th. Billy Decker reeling the 2 of them in, as is Brian Godown. Pauch opening up a couple car lengths on Cozy. Cozy about 4 car lengths back now as they enter lap traffic for the first time. Pauch Jr., ooh, Keith Hoffman underneath him as they're side by side in turn 2. Pauch Jr. able to hold them off one more time. Good battle heating up for 5th as Horton is all over the veteran Jack Johnson and Billy Decker getting in the act now. A 3-car battle. Pauch and Cozy putting Jimmy Horton the 4th a lap down. They race into turn number 3 and Cozy, oh, and Pauch almost spun in turn 3 and Cozy sweeps around and has the lead. Frank Cozy opening up 6-7 car lengths on Billy Pauch. Pauch almost lost it and unbelievably saved it in between 3 and 4. Pauch has been having handling problems since almost losing the handle back in between 3 and 4 about 10 laps ago, but was able to hold off Cozy to that point. Pauch back on his horse. We'll see if he can reel him in. Pauch Jr. 3rd. Keith Hoffman 4th. Jimmy Horton finally getting by Jack Johnson. Had been working on him for a while. He's got the 5th spot now. Jack Johnson 6th. Billy Decker is 7th. Brian Godown in 8th. Jimmy Phelps 9th. Ron John Cozon is 10th. Horton opening up on the 5th spot now. Still has a ways to go to catch up to Keith Hoffman, but is pulling away from Jack Johnson. Down the front is Frank Cozy by about a quarter of a straightaway. Pauch back in 2nd. Pauch Jr. then 3rd with Keith Hoffman giving chase, although he's about 4 car lengths behind Pauch Jr. now. Jimmy Horton closing in on the 2 of them. Decker working on Jack Johnson as they put on a good battle for the 6th spot. And Decker swapping grooves and goes to the bottom, and it'll get Jack Johnson going into turn number 1 here on lap 33. Decker to 6th, Johnson back to 7th. Cozy approaching Rich Scalata off of turn number 2. Looking to put Scalata a lap down. Pauch is slowly closing back in on Frank Cozy, although they're in lap traffic. About 4 car lengths, make it 5, separate the 2 of them. Keith Hoffman again catches Billy Pauch Jr. Keith Hoffman right on Pauch Jr.'s bumper, dives at the bottom again. That's the battle for 3rd down the front. Pauch Jr. again up to the challenge. Keith Hoffman, nice move, got a good bite on the bottom, slid up in front of Pauch Jr., and Keith Hoffman has 3rd. K-Dog grabbing 3rd for Pauch Jr. Cozy by 4 car lengths in lap traffic. Will make it 2 as Pauch closes in. Billy Pauch not out of this yet. He is on his horse, and he is reeling in Frank Cozy. They're approaching the lap car of Rich Scalata. Off of turn number 4 and down the front, 12 to go. 2 car lengths separate the leaders as Pauch is really on a run here now. He gets within a car length of Cozy in turn number 2, and then Cozy pulls him back off the corner. Some smoke coming out of Rich Scalata's number 8 now as Cozy looks to the outside of him to put him a lap down, and he will down the front as Scalata slows going into 1. Pauch around him easily as well. Keith Hoffman 3rd, followed by Billy Pauch Jr. and Jimmy Horton. Billy Decker is 6th. Jack Johnson 7th. Brian Godown is 8th. Through 3 and 4 now, and down the front they come. Off of turn 2, Pauch right up on Cozy's bumper. Cozy able to hold him off. Into 3 and 4. Pauch right down on the bottom, trying to shorten his way around the corner. Cozy continues to hold him off, 9 laps to go. Pauch dives to the bottom. Cozy up on the outside. Once again, Cozy's momentum opens 2-3 car lengths on him. Pauch has got that inside groove where he was a little different. He usually runs up on the outside, but the inside groove really coming in for him as he again closes back up on Frank Cozy. Jimmy Horton has caught Billy Pauch Jr. is really putting a battle on with him as Pauch pulls up even with Cozy, and Cozy able to sweep back around. Horton and Billy Pauch Jr. side by side in turn number 2 for the 4th spot. Off at turn number 4, Cozy coming up on heavier lap traffic. So lap traffic in front, the question is, Cozy's running the top, Pauch has been running the bottom, Cozy will move around Bobby Drayton. Pauch has to change grooves to put these cars a lap down, so he'll get up on Cozy's groove now and see if he can stay close to him. He's a car length back with 7 laps to go. Both of them up on the cushion now. Pauch a car length back as Cozy continues to hold him off. Ryan Godown, Steve Botcher all in front of the leaders, as is Ron John Cozon. That's the back of the top 10 as Pauch again slides in hard. Got a good fight. Cozy a little out of shape, but now he rallies back. They're even coming up at turn number 2. Cozy in the throttle. Pauch is 2. Pauch has the lead. He slides up in front of Cozy. Cozy swaps screws back to the inside. They're even coming up in the corner, and now Pauch has the lead by a car length. Cozy all over him. Throws it back in on the bottom. Pulls even with Billy in turn number 2, and Pauch has him coming off at 2. They move around Steve Botcher, the lap car. Cozy will get around him 2 and once again dive into the corner. Cozy up to Pauch's groove. Now we'll follow him off at turn 4 and down the front. 3 laps to go. Just 3 more times around the Speedway. Pauch by 2 car lengths. Make it 3 as they come out of turn number 2, but a lot of lap traffic in front of Pauch, and Cozy knows it. Through 3 and 4 now. Pauch to the bottom. Cozy standing on the outside. Off of turn 4 and down the front. Cozy got out of the groove a little bit there. Pauch is tied up with lap cars. Whoa! Ron John Cozon got sideways in front of Pauch. And Pauch able to thread the needle between Brian Godown and Ryan John Cozon. That could be the winning move right there. Here's the white flag out. White flag out for Pauch. Cozy looking to put Ron John Cozon a lap down, but he has lost a lot of ground. He is a third of a straightaway behind now. Keith Hoffman third. Checkered flag out on the field. Keith Hoffman will get third behind Pauch and Cozy. Billy Pauch Jr. fourth. Billy Decker is fifth. He appears out of the cloud of smoke, cloud of dust, and the hi-ho silver. Nick Leach making his way to victory lane. Nicky has interviewed him many, many times. 63 to be exact. This will be 64 as he makes his way to victory lane. And Billy Pauch shuts the car off. And his helmet's off. He can hear you now. Billy Pauch, your winner here.
PPB, Pioneer Pole Barn Buildings, K&A Excavating, South Brunswick, New Jersey. Dick Greenfield Dodge, B&R Fabrications, Brick Starters and Alternators, Team 1 Racing. He's going to come out through the roof, ladies and gentlemen, Billy the Kid Pauch. Well, all your legion of fans down there, Bill, when you got in 3 and 4 and she got a little loose on you down there, then you had to regroup and come back. Man, you and Cozy put on a hell of a show. Welcome home, Bill.
I'll tell you, starting up front helped a lot tonight. The car was really good. The crew worked hard, and I got to thank Kevin Bafoco for putting me in a good car and giving me good equipment, good motors. Yeah, Frank's one tough puppy, man. He don't give up, and I know that once he got by me, I said, man, I got to dig in and really drive hard now. And he got me because I tried the inside down 3 and 4 there. I thought maybe there'd be some bite there and that would be better. And it was almost better. It got me back by Frank, and that's what counted. But when I dove down there, I caught the left front on a fence, and I all but spun. I don't know how I got it back. I think somebody just blew on the left front and pushed it straight, but it come back, and Frank got me, and we just dug in, didn't give up, and pushed hard.
Billy, you won a lot of races here. A track like tonight with very little cautions. This will separate the men from the boys. And them lap cars, geez, oh man.
Yeah, they didn't want to give up either. I guess, you know, they're racing for position too. But, man, I'll tell you, I didn't know which way I was going to go down there with Brian and Ron John and stuff. And it was like, man, I tagged one, turned him sideways, and the other one rode over the cushion. And it was like the sea parted for me. And the last time I looked up at the scoreboard, I think it was lap 42 or something. I said, I got 8 laps to get this done. I better get in gear now. And that was the last I looked at. I was really surprised when I seen the white flag. I said, man, let's get her straight and not screw up on the last lap and bring it home.
Well, you picked the right night to come back here. $8,000 to win 50 laps. 36 cars, 36 good cars. As we always say, Bill, you got to wonder, where are these guys at? I mean, for $8,000, they should be here.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this ain't their cup of tea. This is, you got to sit up on the steering wheel and drive here, and you sweat, you know. I mean, you get up on that cushion, it beats the piss out of you, and you just got to do it, and they're used to them dry, slick, slow places where, you know, they get done and they take an air hose and blow the car off. But this place, you got to sit up in the seat and steer hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Waco Kid, Billy Pauch.
All right, folks. All right, green out of the SS Sprint feature event as they race into turn number 1. Ian Borden up on the high side. Brian Cool. Nick Bardsley got around. Now we got cars into each other. Nobody upside down. Somebody came out of that smelling like a rose. We pull off Ian Borden in the PDS number 7. Trying to get his first win of the year on his sponsors night here. Brian Cool alongside of him. The two heat winners tonight as they come off of turn 4. Green is out. Borden out in front. Brian Cool goes it up on him, and Cool's got the lead. Here comes Borden back on the outside. They're dead even for the lead as they go side by side down the back. Dale Gardner and Tom Wyckoff also battling. Ken Carberry 5th off of turn 4 and down the front. Wyckoff grabs 3rd, Carberry to 4th. It's Brian Cool by 4 car lengths over Ian Borden as they exit turn 2 and move down the back. Tom Wyckoff and Ken Carberry next in line. Dale Gardner 5th, Art Lydell now up to 6th as they complete lap number 2. Through 1 and 2 and down the back. Brian Cool opening up on Borden. Wyckoff in 3rd and closing in on Ian Borden in turn number 3. Ken Carberry is 4th. Art Lydell by Dale Gardner for 5th. Robert Lydell is 7th. Kevin Nagy moving up to 8th in the 9G. Brian Cool opening up with a field of Brian Cool smoothly walking away here. Cool's best run of the year as they come in a turn 2 and down the back of Cool's over half a straightaway in front of Tom Wyckoff, who's taking 2nd from Ian Borden. Wyckoff will finish 2nd here Saturday. Also looking for his first win, Ken Carberry, a 3-time winner, into 3rd. Borden is 4th and Art Lydell is 5th. It's all Brian Cool right now as he works up a turn 4. He'll complete lap 6 down the front. Oh, Brian Cool spinning 360 and he keeps on going. Cream back out. Art Lydell on the restart down on the bottom, and he gets by a couple of cars, and he got the lead. Art Lydell charging up to the lead. Wyckoff 2nd. Robert Lydell is 3rd now as they come off a turn 4 and down the front. Rich Janney moves into 4th ahead of Dale Gardner. Down the back, Art Lydell by 2 car lengths over Tom Wyckoff. Robert Lydell 3rd. Now they come down the front. Rich Janney in 4th. Dale Gardner is 5th. Janney to the inside of Robert Lydell. They battle for the 3rd spot. Down the back, but Robert Lydell able to hold them off. Meanwhile, Art Lydell, your leader, as they come up a turn number 4 and down the front. Art Lydell, the point leader, 2 wins on the year, and he continues to set the pace here off a turn 4 and down the front. Halfway, 10 down and 10 to go. 10 laps down and 10 to go. Art Lydell by 3 car lengths over Tom Wyckoff. Wyckoff hanging right with him. Wyckoff running a very good race, looking to finish 2nd here. Or actually looking to win here as he's trying to run Art Lydell down. Wyckoff finished 2nd here on Saturday night. Like to improve that by 1 as they come down the front. Janney in 3rd, Robert Lydell, and Kevin Nagy in 5th. Brian Cool is back up to 6th in the 37. 7 to go this time, and Tom Wyckoff is right there in striking distance as they come down the front. Into turn number 3, Art Lydell by 4 car lengths. Wyckoff trying to stay with him, but now losing ground to Art Lydell. It's now 7 car lengths as they exit turn number 2. Rich Janney back in third. Robert Lydell, Nagy, and Brian Cool. Dale Gardner is 7th. David Martin is 8th. Ryan Muskoski is 9th. And Ted Arnold is 10th. And Art Lydell breaks down the front straightaway. Art Lydell breaks and pulls into the infield. Green staying out. And now Tom Wyckoff, who's looking for his first career win, is out in front by half a straightaway. 4 to go this time for Wyckoff. Oh, Ryan Muskoski spinning off turn number 2 and backing all the way into the infield and out of, well, yellow's out. The rear of the field and is running in 4th. All right, green light's back on. Wyckoff out in front of Rich Janney. Robert Lydell in third with Nagy working on him, and immediately it's Tom Wyckoff and Rich Janney taking off from the rest of the field. Janney trying to stay with him as they come down the front. 3 to go. 3 laps to go. Wyckoff by 2 car lengths. Janney down on the bottom trying to stay with him. Nagy rockets around Robert Lydell in turn 2, and Kevin Nagy moves into third. Wyckoff, 2 laps to go, 2 to go for Tom Wyckoff. Rich Janney second, Nagy in third. Through 3 and 4, and down the front, Wyckoff by a car length. Janney got a great fight, drove right up to his bumper. He dives in on the low side. They're side by side, wheel to wheel, and Wyckoff holds them off. Nagy ran out of room on the bottom, but Janney ran out of room on the bottom. Oh, look out. Brian Cole hard into the backstretch, fence checkered flag coming out. Wyckoff by half a car length. Rich Janney made a run on him, and Wyckoff wins his first. Janney also looking for
deserved victory for him. This has been coming for a long time. Very nice guy, one of the good guys in racing. Very well-deserved win for this gentleman. He's been around racing for a long time. This has been a long time coming, Tom. You've been friends to a lot of race car drivers. You've put a lot of cars in victory lane over the years. And this SS Sprint class hasn't been real kind to you as of late, but sooner or later it was coming. The good guys always get the victory lane sooner or later, and you're one of the good guys in our sport. And I'm proud to be an announcer and announce one of your races. Also proud to be your friend. And great job, I'll tell you what. Already broke, but they had their chances to get you after that. I mean, and they couldn't get you. This thing was going pretty good.
Yeah, we made a couple changes. We broke a bolt in the heat, and thanks to Mr. Janney, we got back on the track, and here we are. Got to thank this woman here. Without her standing beside me, I wouldn't be here. She's been behind me 100%.
Well, that's what it's all about, buddy, and all your sponsors. I mentioned all your sponsors here. Tom, you've been around racing for a long time, and the coming to New Egypt kind of like in the old backyard there. I mean, you've helped a lot of people, and you got to feel pretty good to get one under your belt here.
Yeah, it took a while, but we made it. You know, made everybody else happy first. That's fine. That's all right.
That's the way he always was. Make everybody else happy instead of himself. Let him hear it one more time. Tom Wyckoff is your winner, ladies and gentlemen.